Hey, what's up, yo? What time is it? It's 9:23 in the AM. 9:23 in the AM. I be waking up late sometimes. Hey, listen. Let me talk to you a little bit. I visited this place, sat down with them and talked to them, and gave them a little bit of who I am. You see, at a sort of like at a distance. You know, they can hear me, but they can't hear me. You see, I'm not trying to put myself somewhere to where you had people who didn't give a fuck about their own people, the aftermath of what they're doing. I'm not here to pacify them and to get up to where inside of their domain and to talk like them and to walk like them and to do all the other types. I got my own things and shit. I got my own negativities and things. I got my own monsters. I got my own demons and all these other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how did I put them in these cages. You see what I'm saying? These are mine. I'm not gonna kill them because they've been somewhere. They got memory banks and shit. So if I need something, I'm gonna put the motherfuckers to work. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna destroy them unless they come into this dark ass storm cloud that walks. You see, in the night. You see, walks in the night, and then and he'll just walk and try to break down your door and break down your bust through your window and all these other type things. You see, I'm talking about a big ass fluffy storm cloud, black and brown and just horrible looking. You see, yeah. You better wake up. If you see this puff of smoke come and he's walking, towards you, you just better wake up. Just try to wake up. You see. And if you haven't practiced waking up from these realm travels, if you haven't practiced waking up, only thing I can tell you is visualize yourself creating a cage. You see, for these things. You see, because you're gonna have to do something. You see, you're gonna have to do something. You see, and hold these motherfuckers and study them. Don't let nobody else on the outside talk to you about what's attracted to you. You see, don't let nobody on the outside can tell you what they read in some book or what somebody told them about their demons and how their demons affected them or somebody else's demons affected them. No. These things are attracted to your energy, you see, and your energy came from those who you came from in your environment, in your family bloodline. That's where these entities come from, you see. So when you hear people talking, you see, and they talking about their demons or talking about demons, and then they try to explain it, and then they be writing things down, and then they go into the Bible and then talk about it. You see, you gotta be careful when you around these beings. I'm trying to put something in you. I'm trying to put something in you. Listen. Can't nobody, or can't no thing touch your internal if you remember your mother and your father and your mother. You have to seal these things. You have to seal these things, you see? You have to seal these things. You have to seal these two bodies up and know you as a capsule that you're driving. So that means you are in the inside. You in the inside of your capsule, driving 50% of your mother, 50% of your father. You see what I'm saying? Maybe 25% of your grandparents. You see, no, you got 50 over there and 50 over there too. You see what I'm saying? Well, split them two motherfuckers up. Split them up. Just to get, because you need that energy. Because see, that energy, those energies of your grandparents, they go back. They they seen some things. They seen the real demons that used to come at your door and knock on your door, you see, and tell you that it's good to take this money from the government, but your husband can't be in the house with you. You see what I'm saying? You know, these were the lies, and these are the ones that came with the curse word. You see, these people out here that's talking about damn shit, goddamn motherfucker. These people aren't cursing. That's blah 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 type shit. It just have a rhythm to it. You just so attuned with that sound. You see, that's all that you attuned with that sound that make you feel however it may be. You see what I'm saying? But listen, you don't have to be. Listen. Stay away from. I'm telling you, stay away from these beats. Listen. You have to know when they talk about the enemy, they're talking about the enemy that they wrote in the book. But when you see him in the flesh, when you see him, you see, you're gonna see that they hot telling with the enemy. They want what the enemy has. They want the enemy things. You go into their home. Everything in their cabinet is full of the enemy shit. You see what I'm saying? Their refrigerator is full of the enemy's death. You see the cabinet is full of this enemy shit. But they'll talk to you about how to get the enemy off of you. But they're not talking about the big body. They're talking about this minor shit. You see, they talking about a motherfucker that's been wounded by this seen enemy that the grandmother's seen. You see, that's what I'm talking about. See, listen, anytime somebody tries to throw some clouds at you, some funky clouds on all these type things, you know, you can give them all type of names, you know, y'all like these words and things. But all these funky clouds and things, listen. If you just hold on to your just start thinking about your parents more often. I'm not talking about how you was raised to think about your parents. I'm not talking about if your parents, your father wasn't there or your mother wasn't there. If you was raised by your father or you was raised by your mother. You fuck that. You exist because two brought you into the world. You see? You exist because two brought you into the world, and that's power. You see, you're driving the vessel that they created. You see, so just think about that. They're driving the vessel that they created. Now, if you were female, you ain't gonna be able to experience yourself out here doing certain things. You're not gonna be able to experience yourself. You see, if you don't produce nothing from that womb. You see, and even the young male, he's not going to be able to experience himself out here. So their reflection of themselves is not going to be recorded, good nor bad. It's not going to be recorded. You see, so they're going to go into this world. You see, with lost data. So just think about them coming into another world. You see, as virgins, here, with nothing to attach to, or no type of subconscious memory that will be pushed out into the world, to the next world. You see, that will allow them to prosper, because they can be articulate in certain areas inside of this new world, because it's written inside of their data, inside of that mist, and those particles that was inside of that mist, they hit the waters and shit, and then your father and your mother drank the water in their world way before you got into this world. You see, your mother and your father, they was drinking the water, they was breathing the air. You see what I'm saying? You see, all these particles and things, you know, all these things help to create you. You see, riding on that train of molecules. You see, everybody's hopping off trying to figure out if this the nucleus and shit that I chose in my life, is this the proper, what do you call it, mitochondria? You say, is that the proper one? Is that should I put the mitochondria around my neck or put it inside of that woman, inside of her egg? What should I do with the mitochondria? I don't know. I know that I have seeds, and I know a woman have edge, but people say the woman has sees through. Listen, I'm staying away from that because I know what created me. I don't want to believe that something that's different than me created something out here in the world. I don't want to believe that. I'm hearing this time. I'm hearing this game. I'm breathing this air. You see what I'm saying? I know that California is 3 hours away. You see, about 2,500 miles. You know, I know that. 23, whatever, you know, and I know that New York is about 600 miles away from here. You see, Florida is what? About 600 miles, you see, away from this land of pyramids that I'm in, Egypt. I'm in the real Kemet, you see. But listen, I'm just talking to you. I don't want to get there because you see, I'm just trying to put something inside, you know, and people's hearing. Nothing to harm you. You see, I'm just here to tell you that it's very important to know that you came from two and respect your existence that they produced. I don't give a fuck what you think about them. I don't give a fuck what you think about them because if they're not there, that means they ain't talking to you. You see, you know, and you ain't talking to them. You see, you ain't trying to find them. You see, wouldn't it be something that you listen to people saying fuck them, but for some reason you going through some shit and the ones that said fuck them, they can't help you. You know, they trying to tell you some other shit that they didn't learn on BET or some other type of bullshit or from these churches and these minds and shit, but then your father or your mother have the answer, but you don't want to talk to them because they didn't raise you or however it may be. Can you imagine this type of shit? You see, instead of just going over there, opening up and talking to them, this is my experience. You know, do you know anything about this? And watch them pour out themselves. Watch them pour you out of their mouth. You see, and watch they close those chapters in your life. You see, but you don't want to experience that because this world got you thinking just because it don't have a car or it don't have money or it don't look like what the televisions and what society said they supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? So therefore you stand away not knowing that this is your giant that's living. You see, you got access to the giant. You know, you don't know you got access to the giant, but you do. You do. You know, the motherfucker's right here. You know, he's just like you. He's breathing this shit. He tell you that I'm all of you, motherfuckers. You see, but you don't like when it says motherfucker shit. Goddamn, you don't like that. You call him unarticulate or he's not intelligent. You looking for these things so you can create your golden calf from it. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for them to talk. You're looking for them to be in front of the camera and talk articulate. You know, you want them to talk artful. You see, you want them to talk artful, so they can feel you and lift you up and pay you this money. You see, and then you have the giants that already saw you coming, and they got the answers to your downfall. You see, they can see if you about to crumble. You see, you're gonna get a little bit, but you're gonna crumble. You see, can you imagine being who you are without none of these motherfuckers touching you? You see, but you bypassing everybody in plain sight. It's sort of like a thief that's in the night. You know, you just doing your thing. You see, they can't even see what's happening. You can put your theatrics to it. You can play. You can do all this type of shit on your camera and all this other type of shit. You see, make the little effects and shit. Not the sun. I don't know how that shit works. I think it's the contract. I wish somebody talked to me, dude. You know, to help me out, but people don't want to talk to me. But what I'm saying is you're doing all these type of things inside of your art. You're just not articulating. You see, but inside of your art, you're doing it in a whole different way, and they can't see this shit. You see, they can't comprehend it. You see, they can't comprehend it. You see, I guess it's called confounding. You're confounding these beings. You see, you confounding these beings where they boast about articulation, they boast about intelligence, and you coming with the wind and the clouds. You see, that's all you have. You see, you coming with the wind and the clouds. That's all you have. Shit, you coming with the wind and the clouds. That's all you have. Hey, but listen, listen. I'm just trying to tell you. You see, I'm just trying to tell you this thing right here. You see, this thing right here. You see, you know, that thing. You see, only thing you have to do is remember your mother and your father, and put you right in the center of that. You see, and then push your ass out, and you're gonna have four corners. You're gonna have four corners, and remember the two. Remember the two that they came from. So you got four corners. You see, but right in between each line, you see, of that square, you have these two bodies. You have two, you know, four. You see, 6 and 8. You have these, you know. You see. You. I don't think you understand. You know. You have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. You see, you don't have to. You don't have to like draw yourself into something without communication. You see, you don't have to do that, because whatever you feeling, only thing you have to do is just talk. I don't have what the world has, so it's gonna feel funny style to you. So just challenge yourself and just say boo to a motherfucker, and then just talk to it. You see, he ain't gonna do nothing but act goofy and smile and be happy as fuck. It might take him a week to understand what's happening to him. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. And so, you know, that's all it is. It's gonna take him a minute, you know, because he trying to figure out if you're trustworthy to respond to or talk to. You see, and if you're typing to him or however it may be, and you know, he'd probably type a book and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he just can't believe it. He's just so fucking joyful and happy. You see, in that moment. You see, because he believes that his God gave him a piece of energy, and he released the energy that was in himself, his God, and he believes that this is it. I'm about to, you know, get out of prison and shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you say something good and you type it to him, text it, he gonna be typing, you know, or she gonna be typing. You know, if it's a woman doing this shit, they're gonna be typing their ass off and shit. You can be like, what the fuck is he typing all this shit for? You see what I'm saying? Shit, I mean, listen, because the motherfucker is happy. He's thinking he's about to get out of prison somehow. You see? You know, somebody can see him. You know, he's actually living, but people don't know that he's living. You see, not even his children, not even his family. They said he's dead, and they act upon it like he's dead. And so when the living talk, they say he's lying, he's making up shit, he's fantasizing, he's this and he's that. And you listening to him, and you say, well, goddamn. Would you please take one of my fantasies and shit and help me to write something about it? You know, I can help you make money off of that if you tell me, you know, what you see in this fantasy. I can help you. You see, and we both make some motherfucking money off of the shit that you said that I am. That's what I am. That's who I am. I'm an artist. I know how to do shit like that. When you're saying something about my world and I see that you're interested in my world, good or bad, you see, I can take what you believe, you see, and I can multiply that motherfucker and create something from it. And make you some motherfucking money. You see? But that's what I am. You see? And that's the thing that made people move away from me, because they had the skills of the world and they was making money out of this motherfucker, and I was too busy talking about artsy shit. You see, articulating things in my movements and in my actions. You see, they couldn't see. They said I couldn't talk. They said I couldn't do this. They said I couldn't do that. You see, because I like to talk to you. I like the energy of the being. It reminds me of where I come from. You see, I miss the energy of the created. You see, the real beings. I'm talking about the ones that the Most High created, the ones who created the grass that you walk on to give us this energy, or this negative energy that you people hate, or that you motherfuckers hate. You see, y'all can't stand what's up under your feet. Remember your mother and your father. You're gonna have to answer, and then you're gonna be felt by something that's coming down for you. But if you don't have that, if you don't have that link, you a monster to these beings, and they're gonna treat you like a monster.